with today's video. I thought we would change it up a little bit. I'm just gonna show you guys my wall. A lot of you have been asking what I have on my wall, where I got some of it. So I thought I'd just kind of show you guys, and this could be kind of like a wall tour. So I've got this wall, and I've got some walls over there that are full of stuff. So we can get started right now. Let's go. I think we should start with this right here. These are some of my favorite things to put on my wall. The first time I got some of these was when I took a trip with my family to Arizona, and I got some of like the Grand Canyon and the Petrified Forest and stuff like that, and that kind of started my collection. I've always just loved the style that these drawings were done in. You can get all of these online. There's a shop, it's called like Ranger Doug. I'll link it down below, so if any of you want to get those, you can. To the right of that, this is just from a magazine. It's really easy to just take clippings from things that you see that kind of have an impression on you. I just like the way that these fish were kind of flying around this church. I thought that was kind of cool, so I cut that out and put it on the wall. This here is just a picture of me, my sisters, and my mom. Underneath this hat is just a random like abstract piece that I found in a little book. On the right side here, I have all pictures that I took when I went with my family and my cousins to Cayman Islands. This is like a cat that we saw on the beach. These are me and my cousins. A fake Elvis that was hitting on my aunt at like a nighttime restaurant thing. It was a really odd experience, but it was a lot of fun. And these are some of the houses that were near us. So that's like another really fun thing if you're trying to fill a wall, is take pictures that just have a lot of meaning for you or tell a funny story, and it'll make the space a lot more fun too. Above that, I have pieces from James Jean's postcard series. His first one, Mimu, M-E-M-U. It comes with like 100 of his drawings, and the prints are such great quality. So I have tons of these all around the walls of my room, and these were just 3 that I really liked. These are just some Polaroids from a summer camp that I did, and this is just a little watercolor painting. So as for these 4 here, they have the same story as these 3. These are also all by James Jean. And then this one here is a little souvenir that I got when I was in Madrid this summer, so I wanted to have a little memento from that trip, so I put that on my wall too. Moving up a little bit, this is just a little promotional flyer that I got from the School of Visual Arts in New York. These are 2 block prints that I made, so I just did one yellow and one blue. This little cow is a piece that I bought when my town was doing like a local artist fair, and I really like this guy. It's fun to also put stuff on your wall that has like a frame, is like 3-dimensional, so like combining things that are flat like paper, but then putting up like hats or framed things. It kind of just adds like some interest to the wall, and it makes it a little bit more exciting to look at rather than it all just being flat. Same thing with the sizes. I like to combine, you know, horizontal, vertical, small, and then like bigger things too. It just adds a little bit more energy, I think, to the whole thing. So like this too is like fabric. I ended up just nailing it into the wall. Here is something that I got at a church like sale. They were doing like a thrift shop, except it was at my church, and I got 2 of these. There's one here and there's one over there as well, but same thing. It was like I just liked that it was framed, and it just added interest again because it wasn't just a flat thing. This piece here too is another one of these James Jean prints. This hat is also from Cayman Islands, so like there's some consistency of like the things that I like. It's like James Jean, Cayman, and then the national park posters. I think that's nice, and then it kind of adds a little bit of consistency, and I think that's why a lot of these colors work together, because it's like it's random, but it's still kind of consistent, if that makes sense. And then I almost forgot, I also have pesos from when I went to the Dominican Republic. This is 100 pesos, this is 50 pesos. In US dollars, this is like $3, I think, so like the currency is like way different, but yeah, I just really like the designs and the colors that they had on their like bills, so I put those on my wall as well, kind of like a memento from the trip. And then above that is my dog. His name is Sanchez. He's like a black lab border collie mix. I just think that's a good picture of him, so on that up there. I'm out of breath. Going up even further, this is one of my own prints, so I did this piece this year. This is the picture that I took in Sedona. This is the house that we stayed in Cayman, so again, it's like vacation and just art for me on this wall. This is the trumpet piece. I'm sure a lot of you know this one pretty well by now. Another James Jean. This one here is also from Madrid, so this is from the Royal Palace. This was one of the rooms there. So above this, I feel like I'm just getting taller and taller. I'm standing in my bed right now, but this is another piece that I did. I think I've talked about this maybe 100 times now, but it's just a room that I did, like trying to show a character without showing the character, just the space that they live in. This was the poster for my AP art show my sophomore year. This was from the event that I attended just a couple days ago to sell some of my work and show some of my stuff. This is one of the restaurants that we would go to when we were in Cayman, and this picture is also from that as well. So yeah, that's it for this wall. So a lot of the things on here are really important to me, or they're things that I found. Yeah, I feel like that kind of goes to show you don't really have to spend a lot of money to make a really cool wall like this. The most expensive part was the James Jean prints, so those were a little bit more expensive, but like all this other stuff are things that I got, you know, at my church or printed out at CVS. So you don't really have to spend a lot on like prints on Society 6 or something like that to have something personal and cool like this. So yeah, just find things that are important to you, put them up. That's what I did, at least, and it makes it a lot more exciting and fun. The last thing on this wall that I have is this tapestry here. So it's just like a constellation map, and also glows in the dark, which is pretty cool. But this is fun too, because you can have something that's like really busy and has a lot of complicated parts to it, and then you can have something that like this and it's just kind of big and bulky, but it kind of helps breathe a little bit, because if I just had this all around my room, I think it would be too much, right? So yeah. Okay, as for this wall, this is a new print that I got recently, actually. This is a Kelsey J. Beckett print. This is pretty popular. I know a lot of people have this, but she was one of the first artists that I really admired and really got a lot of inspiration from. These two are from Audra Claire, another artist that I was very obsessed with. Her work is still amazing. And then as for these are the National Park posters. So okay, so around my easel we have a couple more things. So this is kind of like an empty part of my room. It's obviously not as packed as the other wall over there, but this is just like a New York poster, but it's on wood. I think I got this maybe at like Target or something with my mom. This I actually got for free at school. My school had a bunch of posters like this, like old style, that they were getting rid of, so I was able to swipe a couple of these. I just liked all these shapes down here, and I liked the boat scene, and it was just nice and big, and it filled up the space behind my easel. And then these three prints down here are all pieces that I made myself. I just printed these out at school. I'm not sure if you would even really consider this a wall, but on this part of my bookshelf I have a couple more things. This is a letter from one of my art teachers. Another this isn't a National Park poster, but this is just a Lake George poster. A little sketch that I did in the car once. This is a National Park poster. Both of these are. An Audra Claire print. That one actually came for free when I ordered those other two. This is the thank you card from when I ordered the James Jean stuff, and that's the other piece that I was talking about that matches the other one over there. So yeah, that's actually all of it. I don't even know if you would really call this like art, but I feel like it's still like designing in some way. So if you guys really want to do something like this, my advice to you would be think outside the box. Not everything you put on a wall has to be flat, so like it's nice to have that sometimes, but oh, I didn't mean to do that. But some of my favorite parts of this wall are things like the hat that just fell, or you know, this frame that sticks out a little bit. So have some fun with that, and you know, you could put anything on your wall. You could put bracelets, or I don't know, Pokemon cards, or I don't know, maybe like a medal if you won like a track event or something like that. Like anything, as long as it fits, you know. And yeah, don't worry about throwing things on that are really small next to something that's really large. I really think that the more you can kind of mix it up and still have it be cohesive, the more fun you'll have. Hopefully you guys try and do something like this. If you do, you can tag me on my Instagram and I'll check it out, at Matthew Sorgi. Just tag me in the post and I'd love to see it. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave all the links below for things that I mentioned. But yeah, I think that's about it for today's video. That's all I really wanted to say. Just wanted to show you guys around. Yeah, all right, goodbye.